In this video, we'll be doing a head-to-head comparison of the Dreame L40 Ultra and the eufy C28. The Dreame is my personal vacuum that I've been using for a while now, and eufy was nice enough to send me over the C28 for a comparison video. This is an upgraded version of their X10 Pro, which is already very popular, so I'm excited to see how it stacks up against the Dreame. I'll start with their physical differences, then we'll look at their mopping and vacuuming capabilities, as well as things like low light performance, obstacle avoidance, mobile apps, and other less obvious things that may make you prefer one or the other. Starting off with the physical differences, both robots are pretty similar in size. They're both going to have a pretty similar footprint. The eufy, however, is going to be a little bit taller than the Dreame, so it may not be able to fit under some furniture that the Dreame can, but the difference is very small. On the top of each device, we have our lighter towers for mapping and navigation. We have some buttons for setting it home as well as turning it on and off. Both dustbins are accessible through the top of the vacuums here. You can flip up this flap on the Dreame and take off this top part on the eufy. So we have the dustbin of the eufy here, and then for the Dreame as well. The Dreame dustbin is going to be a little bit larger than the eufy's, but they go back so often to the base station and empty themselves that I don't think it's a huge deal, though technically the Dreame could pick up more debris before doing so. As far as our filters go, the one on the Dreame is actually quite a bit larger despite being the smaller dustbin. The other nice thing is that this is also a dual pass filter, so you have kind of a fine mesh here, then you have the extra filter as well, so it's going to have two layers to it, whereas the Dreame just has a single filter and then it goes directly into the dustbin. The front of each vacuum shows their obstacle avoidance systems. They're going to be quite different between these two. The Dreame actually uses a real camera with what they call their AI action, so you can actually go into the Dreame app and then see your robot's POV remotely, which is a pretty cool feature. However, this is going to be a camera, so it's going to be quite limited by light. You can see it does have a little LED on the front here that's going to try to eliminate a little bit of that, but it definitely is going to perform better in a light room compared to a dark room. That's compared to the eufy here, which is rocking a very different system. It's not going to have any camera, but it has their iPath 2.0 technology, which is essentially going to be using lasers to do its obstacle avoidance that way. There is no remote camera view like on the Dreame, but the laser system cares a lot less if it's dark or light, which should help it perform a lot more consistently in dark environments. Looking at the bottom of the vacuums, this is where we're going to start noticing the biggest differences. We have pretty similar sensors on both. There's going to be our depth sensors and then the carpet sensor as well. However, almost everything else is different. You can see that the eufy has dual brushes here, whereas the Dreame only has one. However, the Dreame's brush can actually swing out, which should give it an advantage for cleaning corners. Both of these vacuums are going to have very different brushes. The eufy here has a dual spiral brush that essentially leaves a gap in the middle for hair. You can see exactly where that hair is getting caught on the Dreame here. So eufy removed that center part to prevent that from happening. The Dreame also doesn't have any bristles or anything on it. It's just going to be a rubber spiral brush here versus the Dreame has bristles as well. But again, the biggest thing is that hair is naturally going to go to the center. Then rather than getting stuck on the center of the brush, it's just going to be sucked up into the vacuum's dustbin. With this Dreame here, I'm constantly having to take out this brush and cut the hair off and all that, but that should not be a problem here on the eufy. Another very big difference is going to be with the style of mop pad. eufy has their hydrojet system here. It's going to be almost an 11-inch roller that's going to constantly be cleaning itself while it's cleaning your floor. That's in stark contrast to these rotating mop pads on the Dreame here. These are going to just kind of spin around and clean the floor, of course, but then they're actually going to stay dirty until the robot can go back to the base station and have the mop pads cleaned there. eufy instead has this whole cleaning system built into the robot, so it's actually going to be cleaning the mop pad 9 times every second as it's rotating around. So you can see this little rubber piece here. That's going to be pushed up against the roller and constantly cleaning it, ensuring that the mop pad that's touching your floor is not a dirty one. We'll test the real world differences of those later on, but the idea of a dirty mop pad constantly spinning around your floor compared to a clean one definitely makes eufy's system sound a bit more appealing. One thing to note, however, is that on the Dreame, the mop pads actually come past the edge of the vacuum, so they could potentially do a better job of cleaning corners and things like that, as well as like cleaning up against the wall. I know when the Dreame senses a wall, it turns itself around so that it can clean directly up against the wall using these rotating mop pads, whereas that might be a little bit more difficult on the eufy here. The other advantage of this style of pad is that they can also be left inside the base station, so if you're only going to be vacuuming, you don't need to carry around these mop pads. The eufy is not able to do that, but of course it will still lift this brush up when it's going over carpet, so I don't actually think it makes that big of a difference. As I was showing you earlier, the eufy uses a roller style mop that's constantly cleaning itself, while the Dreame just uses 2 mop pads on the back of it that are only clean when it goes back to the base station. While I've been pretty happy with the Dreame's mopping functionality, I was shocked by the difference in cleanliness between these two vacuums. You can see on this paper towel test, after I wipe the floor after the eufy's been over it, there's a little bit of yellow on the paper towel, but almost none. That is in stark contrast to the Dreame, where the paper towel is completely yellow. There is still mustard all over the floor. The Dreame of course picked up a lot of it, but towards the end the mop pads were really just moving it around because they got too dirty, and they did not continuously clean themselves like on the eufy. The eufy's mop roller also applies 10 newtons of downward pressure for cleaning, whereas the Dreame's mop pads only apply 8. This is going to matter more for tougher and dried on stains than it will for this mustard test, but in either scenario the eufy's mopping capabilities definitely outperform the Dreame's for these general open floor tests. One thing to keep in mind is that when you're using a robot vacuum to clean a thicker stain like mustard, the actual bottom of the vacuum is likely to get very dirty. This is of course because the robot has to actually drive through the stain in order to clean it, and on the eufy specifically there's no way to stop the brush arms from spinning or turn off the brush roller, which resulted in quite a bit of mustard kind of being swept underneath the vacuum, and of course getting all over the wheels and the brushes and everything like that. The mop roller itself was very clean because it's constantly cleaning itself, which is great to see, but the rest of the vacuum was left fairly dirty just due to the nature of how robot vacuums handle thicker stains. Specifically the mop pads on the Dreame were in a much worse state than on the eufy. They were completely covered in mustard after this test to the point of actually dragging it around the house. The rest of the vacuum however was quite a bit cleaner than the eufy, I think in part because you can disable the brush arm as well as the roller, which prevents the mustard from getting spread around as much. It is still however on the wheels and a couple other places, which again can't really be avoided if you're cleaning a thicker stain. So for this test I think the overall takeaway might be that you just want to use a normal mop if you're going to be cleaning this thick of a stain. But that being said, the eufy did a much better job at actually cleaning the floor. The bottom of the vacuum was a bit dirtier after cleaning it, but I'd still take that over the Dreame style of mop pads, which actually filled up with so much mustard that it was tracking it around the house. The eufy's roller style mop that continuously cleans itself definitely gave it a big advantage for this test. Another thing the eufy is going to be particularly good at is picking up hair. It does have that dual arm bristle roller that I showed you at the start of the video, so essentially it has a gap in between the roller which allows the hair to pass through it. The cool thing I didn't know is that when the robot's actually vacuuming, that roller is pretty much completely together. It's going to ensure it's doing a good job of actually picking up the hair, and then once it's done picking up the hair and it's going back towards the base station, it will actually separate that roller, and that's what will allow the hair to pass through the middle and go into the dustbin. In addition to that, there are teeth around this roller to prevent it from clumping, which overall just does a really good job of ensuring the hair actually goes into the dustbin rather than getting stuck around the roller. I think this is a huge feature, especially for pet owners. A lot of vacuums, including the Dreame for example, like I showed you at the start, will actually just get all the hair kind of tangled up around the roller and then you need to manually go in and cut it off. That's not going to be the case on the eufy thanks to this really clever brush design, which is super nice to see. For the Dreame, there is a tri-cut brush you can buy separately that essentially cuts the hair off for you. I've heard this is very effective as well, but you do need to purchase it separately, so I haven't had the chance to test it. However, I definitely know the standard roller gets hair caught in it pretty often because it's been a good amount of time cutting it out. As far as the general vacuuming goes, for this test I set up a line of some powders, so we had like salt and sugar and pepper and that sort of thing. So just kind of some fine common household spices, and I set both of them up in a line as you can see. I will say both vacuums performed just about equally, however the Dreame pushed the spices around a lot more at first. You can see here that the brush arm actually just pushed a bunch of the spices out of the way. It did still end up cleaning up all of them, but it did kind of make a mess first before doing so. That being said, both vacuums performed about equally with this lighter material, as the floor was clean after each one passed over it. For this next test I wanted to try something a little bit heavier, so I laid out some rice to see how well each vacuum would pick it up. Since this is a heavier material, the max suction power should matter more, and so the eufy should do better on this test because it has a max suction power of 15,000 pascals compared to only 11,000 on the Dreame. That is pretty consistent with what I observed. I think actually in this test the eufy pushed the rice around more than the Dreame did, but after each vacuum finished cleaning there was quite a bit more rice left on the Dreame side than there was on the eufy side. That's kind of what I expected. They did perform fairly similarly on the spice test just because it is a lighter material, but you can definitely notice the eufy's increased suction power on this rice test. When either vacuum detects carpet, they will both automatically increase their suction power. That's a fairly standard feature, but of course it's going to be a lot more impactful on the eufy because it does have a lot higher max suction power. Especially in carpet is where that really matters. You have a bunch of dust and hair and things that get caught in the carpet, and the more suction power you have, the more likely you are to get it out. Both vacuums also automatically lift their mop pads when they're going from hardwood onto carpet. This is going to prevent the potentially wet and dirty mop from touching the carpet, which is of course something you want to avoid. The eufy can actually lift this mop a tiny bit more than the Dreame can. It's a difference of literally 0.3 millimeters, so very, very little, but you might notice that difference in high pile carpet or something similar. That being said, if you're in vacuum only mode, the Dreame can actually leave its mop pads at the base station, whereas the eufy's mop roller has to always be attached. One thing I noticed when both vacuums were cleaning was that the Dreame does a bit better of a job of actually mopping like closer to the wall. I mentioned this earlier when I was showing the underside of the robots, but essentially the Dreame's mop pad design allows it to actually touch the wall, which really allows it to clean just about every inch of your house. The eufy's two brush arms will do a good job of vacuuming directly up against the wall, but unfortunately the downside of the roller design is that the mop itself won't actually be able to touch the wall. So as you saw earlier, the actual quality of the mopping is much better on the eufy, but I will say the Dreame gets a little bit more coverage just due to the difference in design. It's really only a difference of about an inch, so I think the actual effectiveness of the mop is more important to focus on, but it was interesting to see this trade-off. For the obstacle avoidance test, I set up a duster, a shoe, and a glass vase a few feet apart from each other to see how well the robots would do navigating around them. And you can see the eufy does a really good job of navigating around the objects and actually still cleaning in between them. That's going to be using that iPath 2.0 technology, which literally puts a laser out in front of it to tell it where different obstacles are so that it can avoid them. You saw that in this clip it did bump the glass vase a bit, which isn't surprising given how lasers and glass interact, but even when it did bump it in this case it was super gentle so nothing was damaged. The Dreame uses a completely different obstacle avoidance system called AI Action. For this it has a built-in camera, so it's actually kind of looking at objects and then avoiding them that way. In this light environment, it did a really good job of actually avoiding the objects, but not so much cleaning between them. For the most part, it just saw the duster in the vase as a wall it couldn't cross. It kept just kind of coming up near them, turning around, trying again, but never actually crossing between them. Given this, I think the Dreame technically did a better job of avoiding the objects, but it's actually not necessarily a positive thing because the area in between them didn't get cleaned. I did another test in the evening time with the lights off, and I was impressed to see that the eufy performed almost exactly the same. You can actually see the laser in front of it better now that it's dark, and this system was definitely effective at avoiding obstacles even when they were difficult for humans to see. The Dreame almost seems like it's cheating because it turned on its LED light in order to be able to use its camera, but with this light on it also performed almost exactly the same as it did during the day. It still did a really good job of avoiding all the objects, but it once again did not clean in between them. They both have very similar mobile apps, so I don't think there's too much to talk about here, but both robots do a very good job of mapping your entire house, so you can send the robot out to clean only a specific room, or set it so it only vacuums one room but mops another, and do all that. I think the Dreame's app is a tiny bit more detailed due to that built-in camera, so it'll actually show couches and beds and toilets and things like that. But in terms of actual functionality, both apps are very similar. One thing I do like about the eufys, however, is if you have any eufy cameras or doorbells or anything like that, it will use the same eufy app so you can view your cameras and control your vacuum from the same platform. The The final thing I'll talk about are the robots' base stations because they have some interesting differences between them as well. I think the one that stands out the most is of course just going to be the size here. The eufy is significantly smaller than the Dreame, which is going to I think make it a lot better for apartments and potentially smaller living situations. This is going to be a lot easier to like hide away or hide under a piece of furniture or something similar, whereas the Dreame is very noticeable and very large. There are some slight benefits that come with that, but overall the eufy's base station is much less obtrusive and much less noticeable. The other thing is going to be the color. In this white, I think the Dreame stands out quite a bit, whereas the eufy is going to be a bit more subtle. That's also going to matter for stains and cleanliness. The white here gets very dirty. You have to clean it quite often if you want it looking good. Of course, the vacuum kind of drives up there dirty and empties its contents and everything like that, so that's going to pick up dirt pretty easily. A lot of that process is going to be the same on the eufy here, but since it is black, you will notice the dirt a lot less. Functionality-wise though, both base stations are going to be fairly similar. They are both going to be auto-emptying. They have clean and dirty water tanks to refill and drain the mops, and they both of course will charge the vacuums. For both of them, the clean and dirty water tanks are on the top. We have the clean water here for the eufy, dirty water here, so they're just going to be directly on top. Very easy to kind of take them off and fill them. Underneath here is how you access your dust bag. This is going to require taking off these tanks, whereas the Dreame you can actually just access through here. I'll show you that in a second. So underneath here is where your large dust bag is going to live. You shouldn't be changing this very often anyway, like probably every 6 months or even year, so not a huge deal that you need to take off the water tanks to see it, but that is where that is going to be. So the dust bag can be accessed here when you need to change it. Moving on to the Dreame here, to access its water tanks, you open up this flap here, and you can pull the water tanks out here. So this is the dirty water tank. Again, it's going to be much bigger to compare. This is going to be a significantly bigger tank on the Dreame here. This is going to be the same for our clean water tank. You can see the size difference. Again, much bigger on the Dreame compared to the eufy. The advantage of this bigger tank is you're going to have to refill it much less often, but of course the disadvantage is going to be the difference in size. I think I actually prefer the smaller water tank on the eufy because it comes with a smaller footprint, but that would depend on personal preference. And on the Dreame here, we access our dust bag from a completely different compartment. It's going to be this one in the front here. You can see if we remove this, we have our dust bag. It's quite full because I've been using it for a while, but as you can see, it's pretty similar size to the one on the eufy here, so you should have to change them with a similar frequency. And the one thing the Dreame's base station has that the eufy's does not is going to be this dedicated detergent tank here. You can take this tank out, fill it with your detergent, and then put it back into the base station here, and it will automatically portion it out and mix it with the clean water inside the robot. The eufy still supports detergent, but you have to put it directly into the clean water tank, which means you're going to have to measure it yourself and add it every time you add clean water. That's of course going to be a bit inconvenient if you use detergent often, so it is nice to see a dedicated tank here on the Dreame. The bottom portions of these is where auto empty will happen, as well as the mop, water, fill, and drain. These are going to look a little bit different just due to the different style of mop pads. As you can see here, the one on the Dreame is actually really dirty just because it is white, so you see that dirt a lot more. But while the eufy's mop pad is constantly cleaning itself while it's out, the Dreame's mop pads are only going to be cleaned actually in this base station here. So that's kind of what's going to happen here. It's going to use hot water and spin the mop pads to get them clean. The eufy does not have any hot water mop cleaning, but I think that matters a lot less because it is of course cleaning itself all the time. It's still going to clean the mop roller a bit when it docks after mopping, but definitely not as much as the Dreame is going to because it's simply not as needed. And both docking stations will use hot air to dry the mop pads after they're clean, though I will say the Dreame is not particularly effective at this. Like I've noticed my mop pads are still a little bit wet even after 5 or so days. They haven't reached the point of smelling bad or anything, but I think the drying could be a little bit more effective on the Dreame here. Thankfully I did not have that problem on the eufy. It'll actually tell you in the app how much longer it needs to dry. It's not going to be completely dry at that point, but it definitely does a lot better job than the Dreame does. So yeah, I think that covers just about everything in potentially too much detail. I will say that both vacuums are really solid overall. They certainly have their pros and cons, but I think the eufy pulls ahead a bit in what matters most, which is actual cleaning capability. From the increased suction power to the anti-tangle rolling brush, and especially the more advanced mopping system, I saw in almost every test that these robots were either equal or the eufy surged ahead. This is even more impressive given the difference in price. At launch, the eufy is poised to be sort of a mid-tier vacuum, whereas the Dreame is certainly on the higher end of things. Since the Dreame is a bit older and due to coupons and such, they can now be found for similar prices, but it is very impressive how well the eufy cleans despite being priced as a mid-range vacuum.